Hello, and welcome back to another episode of My Dick is Hard for Farts. If you're wondering, hey Liam, why do you always wear sunglasses in your videos? It's because I'm fucking ugly. Anyway, I'm gonna take another shot, and then I'm gonna read this story, and it's gonna be great, because let me tell you, I'm sorry. Oh. What are you waiting for, Carrie? I wonder if there's SpongeBob fart fanfiction. I bet there is. I'm gonna have to look into that. Alrighty, so, what the fuck is, okay, this one is called Abby's Nasty Farts Part 1. It's by ThatKid0357. I'm very excited about Part 2. This one's a lot shorter than, the McDonald's one, which is good, because that was an experience. There's one thing that is a common theme in a lot of these stories in which people spell out the fart sounds. For instance, one of them here is BRAAAAAAAAARAAAAAAPPPPPPPP and about 10 exclamation points. For those instances, I'm just gonna go ahead and wing it. So yeah, let's just adjust the camera here a little bit, make sure that's nice and correctly positioned, and we're here for another episode of dramatic readings of the worst parts of humanity. Alright, so Abby's Nasty Farts Part 1. It was a Friday afternoon. I was at a high school football game with some of my friends. I remember I wore a black hoodie and with blue jeans. I'm so drunk, I'm so sorry. Please forgive my slurring. My name is Daryl. I live in Alabama, and I'm a sophomore at Westbrook High School near Montgomery. Anyway, I was hanging out with my friend Joey at the football game when I saw her. Haley Cunningham. The girl in our school that pretty much every guy has a crush on. She had white skin the color of sand, long blonde hair. White skin the color of sand? Okay. Long blonde hair, pretty much flat on her chest, but in the back, it's nothing to ignore. Of course it isn't. She was with her friend Abigail, and of course, had Starbucks. It's... Why is there a giant okay, sorry, the way this is formatted is god-awful. She was with her friend Abigail, and of course, had Starbucks lattes in their hand. But this time I saw they were eating something out of a little box. O couldn't see exactly what it was. I'm sorry, was that supposed to be I? O couldn't see exactly what it was, but on the side it had a word. It was dark out and they were far away, but I made out that there were two words, one beginning with a T and the other with a B. Somewhere in there was a C and an O. But anyway, they saw us and they came over to talk to Joey, but he's gay, so they're friends. Great. Hey Joey, how's the game going? Haley asked. Pretty good so far, he replied. Abby, who is sort of hot with lighter brown hair, a little tanner, and longer hair, turned to me and started talking. Hey Daryl, I heard you're playing basketball for Westbrook this year. What position are you going to play? Probably point guard, but I don't know yet. Abby, who is on varsity and one of the best shooters in the school, replied. That's cool. Hey, I was wondering if you could help me with something. I got something in my car I was wondering if you can fix. The horn won't sound for some reason. Oh god, if this is going where I think it's going, okay. I'm pretty good at fixing automobiles, mainly because my dad works in an auto repair shop and he wants me to work with him. Okay, I said. Let's go take a look. We went over to her car after I told Joey I'd be right back. Joey and Haley were still talking. We got to Abby's car, a 1998 Mustang with about $40,000. She unlocked the car and O got in. Again, folks, this is verbatim. Like, if these guys suck at writing, they suck at writing. What do you expect? I pressed on the steering wheel and, oddly, the horn worked. I looked back up at Abby, who was just smiling. I asked her why she thought the horn wasn't working, and she said she had to get me away from Joey and Haley for a second because she wanted to show me something. She put her hand in her back pocket and pulled out my phone, which I thought I lost the day before, with the phone on and in Pornhub? And it was in a fart porn video for some reason. Abby said, I'm about 99.99% sure you have eproctophilia. What? I countered. You know, where you like to sniff girls' farts. Don't deny it. I looked at your search history. Shit, I said. She just laughed. Don't worry, I have an idea. You see, I have aprocilophilia, where you like to fart on other people. There are words for this, folks. Alrighty then. That's horrifying. So I thought we could have a little win-win situation here, if you know what I mean. She winked at me. She was right. I did watch fart porn, and I did have that fetish. I had no idea that tonight when I left the house I was going to be able to smell Abby's farts. Are you serious right now? I asked. Depends, said Abby. Do you want to smell my farts or not? I just had Taco Bell. Whew. Oh boy. This is, Alrighty then. That's what was on the box. Why the fuck not? So I said yes. Abby immediately smiled and pushed me into her back seat. She told me not to move. She laid down on her stomach with her ass, which was bigger than any ass I had ever seen, Wait, okay, again, verbatim with this. Abby immediately smiled and pushed me into her back seat. She told me not to move. She laid down on her stomach with her ass, which was bigger than any ass I'd ever seen, was right there. Good. Giant, with sky blue jeans keeping her ass from bouncing around in there. She told me to lay down, and I knew what to do. Lay down? I put my nose right into her asshole, which smelled like chlorine with a mix of garbage, perfume, and broccoli. Oh, and don't forget the baked beans. Oh, it absolutely smelled great in there. Alright, I had about 2 full cans of pinto beans with about 50 farts stored in this little stomach. Are you ready to get absolutely smothered by my stinky farts? Hell yeah, I replied. Okay, here's one right now. The smell got me just about instantly, smelling stinkier than anything I could have imagined. I buried my face so far in her butt, if I went any farther, I would have gone through her. Oh, that was a nice one, Abby said as she put her right hand on the back of my head and forced my face directly into her beautiful behind. That really stinks, Abby said. I kind of feel bad for you that you smell those nuclear bombs coming out of my fat crack. But hey, you like it, don't you? I nodded my head while still engulfed by the fumes coming out of Abby's ass. The car acted as a gas chamber, and I smelled every whiff of that fart. It smelled so good. I don't know how to... IDK how to describe it. Imagine the smell of chlorine, only with a mixture of bad smells. That's what it smelled like. So much of it. Damn, well, another one is on its way, she said as she forced my face into her butt. Sorry, that was incorrect, because the next line is, oh, a silent but deadly one. I don't know anyone who is more lucky than you right now, Daryl, with your face smothered by my gigantic booty. By this point, my dick was as hard as Thor's hammer! Of course it was. This one was about twice as stinky, and I smelled every inch of it? Let's try something different, Abby said. What do you mean? I asked. She got out of the car and stood up. I did the same. We were in the parking lot. She bent over forwards and put her palm on her crack. That's your target. Get your nose right there, she said as she pushed my head without mercy into her gigantic ass. I was sitting down now with my face trapped in her gas chamber called pants. She let out a giant one and, with nowhere to go, started inhaling in her fumes. You like like that one? Yeah, for sure, I said. She told me to lay on my back, and I did as I was told. She kneeled right on my face, forming a little cage with her ass, thighs, legs, and feet all around my head. She was sitting directly on my face now, and she obviously had that smell ingrained into these jeans. For the next hour or so, let that sink in. For the next hour or so, Abby kept blasting farts into my face, all smelly, most loud. When she finally said she was empty and got up, I had a dick the size of Mount Everest, and my godson smelled like Abby's farts. What the fuck does that mean? Thank you for letting me fart on you. No, thank you for farting on me, I said. We walked back to Joey and Haley and asked what took so long. Abby whispered something in her ear and Haley looked at me. Both the girls winked while Joey was in the bathroom. Haley said, "Next time I see you, you're mine." The end. It's all good. It's all over. It's all done. The author description of this story is just in all caps, word for word. No, not read if you don't have a fart fetish. Well, I guess I'm just a little anarchist, aren't I? What is my life?